we were to have already eaten dinner, but it didn't happen. So we're eating dinner. I know that really makes some people happy, but we aim to please. How's everybody doing tonight? Matt's getting an extension cord so that the microphone doesn't kill the battery on the phone. We were expressing today how awesome it's going to be when everything runs on batteries, because everything runs so well on batteries.
Everything.
And it's like magical. Lone Star. Oh, let me go get the iPad.
Where's the audio?
It's in my bedroom. It's plugged in.
Oh, okay.
This way we can chat with y'all. See what y'all are up to. As you can see, well, we can talk about the arm once we get going here. We got some Homestead roast beef here. Texas mom is going to grace us with her presence tonight. She's not being a YouTube snob. She's going to come eat our salad and crunch all. Oh, I should redirect so we can see the whole.
Here we go. I got the plug.
The whole familia.
All right, Matt. Matt can aim the camera to do the tube things.
The camera eye.
The camera eye.
Look at her. She's a beggar.
She is
All
a
she
beggar.
does is beg.
She is a beggar.
The iPad takes like 80 years to
Charge?
charge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting.
But it's because everything runs wonderful on batteries. I can't wait till every automobile in the Americas runs on batteries.
Batteries are so earth friendly.
Now, can everybody hear us perfectly? Like,
How does the give us an audio check, y'all?
You
Because
should
we're
probably tilt that microphone.
using the
towards
Blue
us.
Yeti here.
Probably should put on the more
What?
directional setting
Yeah.
if I had to guess.
It's already on that setting.
Like where it'll come in the front?
That.
Okay.
Our ping
think
speed's
so.
pinted really good, so
That should be pretty
Should
good.
it be like tilted
And our
forward
sound should be
towards
good.
us? Or is it
No,
like
it
So
forward?
give us a
should be everything in front of us.
give us a what's up and let us know.
Alright, there we go. Come on.
John said the video and the audio is good. So
Audio's good? Okay. We can move it
that one
in
is good.
slightly closer. Yeah, we're using the Yeti this time. So.
Yeah, so we should have high quality, and our pings, our internet speeds are saying that they're Starlink superior quality, but we don't have Starlink. And as you can see, I'm not wearing a sling on my arm. Okay, y'all, Curly Q Stooge is probably the biggest Texas Boys fan of all time.
Super fan.
I believe he has watched every video and live stream that we've ever done.
I think he knows more.
I'm not
about
sure what
us
he does
than-
for a profession, but 3+ months, less than 20 videos left.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And we have like,
That's crazy.
it might be 1,200 videos
That
or
would be
so.
so weird because you grow and change as a person over the years, and like
Yeah.
when you started,
Especially when you start from the beginning and go
how
backwards.
old were you?
11
11.
or 10.
Freedom Homestead's eating beans and cornbread.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, Curly Q's retired. That explains a lot. Curly Q.
All right, so
I'm retired too.
we're on here tonight to share with y'all what's been going on for the last couple days in our life, and I'm gonna let Senor Tejas explain all of that.
Mhm.
And the Lord has been good to us, so we
Yeah.
wanted to testify.
So I've been having.
Do we need a moderator?
No, I got. Steve can't figure. I've been having problems with my shoulder for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. and I've done every kind of therapy, and I've had every kind of chiropractic, and I've had Erosty, and I've had deep tissue, and I've done everything humanly possible to try to help my shoulder. I've taken every lotion, potion, salve, vitamin, mineral. I found some debris on an asteroid, and I took that. None of it
It's not
has
everything.
helped.
Our cabinets are full. I don't even want to think about how much we've spent in chiropractic and everything over the years.
And so it just came down to I went to 4 different surgeons, and they all said I needed a shoulder replacement. And shoulder replacements only last 10 to 15 years, so I wasn't looking forward to that. But I got to the place where I felt I needed to do it. And just because of the amount of constant pain I was in. And at the last minute, my surgeon said, you know what? I don't think we need to do the replacement. I think I can go in there and clean everything up. I had a huge bone spur in my armpit pressing on like the major nerve in there. So I think I can, go in there and clean everything up. So, and I never had any kind of surgery, and it's so funny. There's lots of very ironic and funny things. The most ironic thing that I want to point out is I signed more HIPAA paperwork in the last 2 weeks. I signed this HIPAA paperwork, and for those of you that don't know, HIPAA is all about not disclosing your medical information. And in the light of the past 2 years, it was incredibly ironic to me. And if I don't have to connect the dots for y'all, but medical procedures and not telling people stuff, and then we've had this rash of medical procedures, and so there you go. But I went into surgery. Never had surgery before, so there was a lot of anxiety with that. But the Lord's teaching me lots of things, and so I go through the surgery, and I find out that my shoulder is the worst that my doctor's ever seen. And he said, I'm not overstating this. Like, he said, there aren't enough words to describe like how terrible your shoulder was and everything. So he's going over the pictures with me, and he said
it was the most challenging shoulder
yeah,
surgery
the scope wouldn't go in there
he's ever done. And once he had to cut it all apart to get in there, and then once he got in there, it was just a disaster in every shape and form and facet. And it took 3 full hours of him working on reconstructing what little bit of shoulder that he had left, which is like nothing.
Yeah, and so he's created all this good space in there. It was all my bursts. He said my rotator cuff looks great, but he's like, that's probably because you haven't been able to use it.
It's the only part of his
Because my
shoulder that was left.
Shoulder's been so frozen up or whatever. So they cleaned it all up, and then they disconnected my bicep. They did a bicep tendinosis where they disconnect your bicep from the front of your shoulder, and they put a drywall anchor in it and tack it down low. And so Texas mom, like a good little mother hen, was taking good care of me. But we had my follow-up today, and he said, you got to just get it. So yesterday I had the surgery, and I've already been to rehab. I've already done 1 rehab.
Yesterday was a
session.
long day.
Yesterday was a
We
long
got
day.
there for surgery at 5:30 yesterday morning, and they took him back, and I did not see him until 1 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday.
It was a long day.
And then we had to wait for him to come totally out of anesthesia, and then get back home, and we had to pick up prescriptions, and it was late afternoon by the time we got back home, and I got him all set up in his recliner yesterday.
And the dream I had while I was, did I tell you what my
No.
dream was? Yeah, so the dream that I had while I was in surgery was me and Matt were doing bare naked over the head shoulder presses with like
No way.
retarded amounts of weight, and we're like, yeah, and I'm like, And I'm even saying, I'm like, I wouldn't even do this if my shoulders were healthy. You know what I mean? We're doing like pressing these gigantic, Olympic bars overhead and stuff. And yeah, that's a pretty. If you've never been, it's interesting. You're going through all this stuff, and you have to answer all the same questions every morning. Do you smoke? No. Do you drink? No.
Nope.
Do you have any illness? No. Do you have hyper? Do you have this? Have you ever had a stroke? Have you ever blah blah blah? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, actually, I'm in perfect health. If I didn't have to come here, I'd be great.
Everybody was like, what?
You're like,
He kept them all entertained for a very long time.
Everybody was entertained. When I went to my, I had to go to my not pre-screening but pre-op, and the nurse that's doing the pre-op, she's like, are you part of any medical experiments? And I'm like, willingly. I said, I think we're all part of a great medical scientific experiment. And, some of us are participating and some of us aren't participating. And so I don't think she was picking up what I was putting down.
Are participating against our will. So,
yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so you came out of surgery yesterday and you found out the really bad news afterwards.
That was very deflating. Like,
that
you go through all that and you're like, yeah, you're still going to have your shoulder replaced.
He's still going to need a full shoulder replacement. The doctor just did not know. We have a really great doctor and
awesome.
surgeon. He's just a really awesome person and
He wears bogs, y'all.
And very
Like rubber boots.
very gifted at, skilled, obviously, super skilled at what he does. He's the same surgeon that did Matt's shoulder, not the same surgeon that did his ankle, but the same surgeon that did his shoulder. And he came out of surgery yesterday after 3 hours straight of working on him. And he just looked so defeated. He was just so disappointed, his face. And he came out and he was like, it was way worse than I ever imagined that it could ever be. It was the worst shoulder I've ever seen. And he's like, I don't even know what to say. He said he is still going to need a full shoulder replacement. He was like, I just did the best that I could, and I just, did everything I could in there. And he's like, the good news is that he's going to heal from this, and he's going to have full range of motion. And it might buy him a year or two before
Or 10.
he gets full shoulder surgery. But that's just going to be up to him whenever he wants it. And I said, well, when does he need it? He said he needs it now. And I didn't understand at the time that you had to explain to me, because I said, why didn't they just go ahead when they had you under anesthesia and everything's there? Why didn't they just do the replacement? Like, if it wouldn't have worked out, to just repair it. And you said that it was like they have to pre-order
Yeah, they have to order all the
of
parts.
shoulder parts.
The shoulder components cost about $14,000.
And it's all custom, and it's like $14,000 worth of just shoulder parts.
Yeah.
And they have to have that ordered and on hand. So it wasn't like, oh, we can just switch gears and do a full shoulder replacement.
Run down to the hardware store.
Yeah, they don't have everything at their access like that. So, so it stinks, but I think today was a really good visit. You're doing really well. He's able to not lift more than 5 pounds with his hands. So he said, just figure like
because of the bicep procedure. If I didn't have the bicep procedure, which they needed to move the bicep to get to everything, so I needed the bicep procedure. But if they didn't have to do that, I wouldn't even have any kind of restriction.
Right. So you have, but he's supposed to be stretching it and moving it, and we went to his first physical therapy appointment today, and
it went really good. I have I can almost do full range of motion and everything, so we'll see if I can maintain that.
Yeah.
And the pain is like nothing, because the pain I was in, Texas mom wants to keep popping me full of pills, but the amount of pain I was in is still like nothing compared to the amount of pain I was in like every day. So
He had a nerve block done also on his
yeah,
arm.
I did have a nerve block then.
And that is lasting at least up to 36 hours, but it kind of lasts a little bit beyond that. So I think he's still kind of feeling some of the after effects, the good after effects of the nerve block.
Probably.
And then as that starts to wear off, you know, we're just gonna have to see. All I have to go by is Matt's shoulder surgery. And I know a little bit from Matt's shoulder surgery that when we played around with the pain medication early on and tried to lessen it a little bit, it was too soon and too fast.
Well, they drilled into Matt's bones like
Yeah.
multiple times, so that's.
And they like put a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
mine was
Little
very
bit more
very invasive.
He had big sutures.
Can
but
you
you
shush?
have a screw in
Mhm.
your
I have a
shoulder.
drywall anchor.
So
You
yours is,
described it as a drywall anchor. Yes.
and you just had your bicep
Must be
cut
really
off,
small, because
so-
how they get it down in their home.
Mhm.
I think his was as invasive as you could be without being a full shoulder replacement because
Yep.
they literally did every single
Yep.
thing you can imagine in his
Yeah,
arm.
it looked really nasty in there. It looked like the Adventures of Jacques Cousteau. It looked like octopuses, and
You want to show them the photos?
you can show them the photos.
You don't know
Get
what
the
you
photos. We're gonna violate all the HIPAA laws.
So anyway, yeah, just be praying for us and for healing. And everything seems to be going really well. We're really thankful. There was no complications.
Very thankful.
No blood clots, no extra swelling.
Mhm.
They also did a lot of drainage in there, and all that is healing well.
Yeah.
And we're only really on day 1 of.
Yeah, and I slept great. It's kind of funny, but you know, I haven't slept good in 5 or 6 years.
But he had a really good nurse.
But a very good nurse. She takes good care of me, y'all. And we've been picking figs. It's been so wonderful. And even though we're still in this crazy drought, the figs be jamming. And that's why we grow figs.
So he's got about 6 weeks.
Everybody wants to know about the traumatic injury I have. I have no idea. It was just like slept on it wrong or something. And it was, there was arthritis and just mass degeneration from
Yeah.
something in there.
The doctor doesn't really know. It's not an injury related
Yeah,
shoulder
it wasn't
thing.
like,
Um,
totally fluke thing. It's just,
hey, we've had all of our pokes and jabs and things as children, so we've reaped the
Yeah.
benefits, and we've eaten all the bad food our whole entire life.
yep.
So, you know, things catch up with you. And genetics. I mean, you just.
And the good news about the rotator cuff being good is the shoulder replacement's a better type of shoulder replacement. It's a little bit like
Right.
if you don't have a rotator cuff, they flip the thing around and they put it in backwards. Or
And
something.
you wouldn't have full range of
Yeah, and you
motion.
wouldn't have full range
But
of
he's
motion,
saying
so.
because he still has a rotator cuff that's good, the shoulder replacement, when that day comes, will be, he'll still have full range of motion with it and everything. It'll be good. Still. Lord willing. All
Yeah,
Lord
so show
willing.
them
Can you get a towel for that?
show them
Did
the
you kick that
octopus.
over?
Yep, you're
Yep,
good.
I did, but she did have it on the floor, so.
Gee.
Texas mom pour water on the floor, and Matt kicked it over.
So
So for all y'all that aren't eating, there's some that now
This
that's
is
supposed to be like a clear
smooth.
liquid that you can see through.
yeah,
Oh, you're going to give them all out.
just
Okay, baby.
another one.
Yeah, that's supposed to be see-through.
Yeah, just like nice and clean. No,
And
like
round.
Show them all the octopus photos.
So gross. Nobody wants to
here you
see
go.
that.
And then this is your
Oh.
is that your bicep, right?
There's the
Tendon?
bicep tendon in there. And one of those, they moved that.
Ah,
There's the actual piece of
I don't like
one of their
looking at it.
surgeon.
It's very
Wow,
interesting.
interesting.
Very interesting. And here's some probably
Matt
scar
likes this
tissue.
stuff. Matt is, it was so bad. It was so bad. He just said, he said today again. He said I cannot even.
There aren't words.
There aren't words for how bad his shoulder was, and he said it was like seriously like super challenging to even
It does look like shrunk.
start on that and know how to put that back together. It's like Humpty Dumpty. His shoulder was like Humpty Dumpty.
It reminds me of new splitters from space.
Yeah, right.
That's what they said. They said it's like, his assistant said, it's like the surface of the moon. Like, it was so...
If we knew what that looked like.
Yesterday, he said, when he came out of surgery, he said there was nothing in there. Like, it was like literally, there was nothing. Like, just nothing left. So, arthritis is bad.
Yeah.
It's nasty. It's just a horrible, horrible thing.
We're eating some grass-fed pot roast and corn and potatoes.
And salad.
I've had some Coca-Cola related cavities that look like those. Probably. My
Yeah.
shoulder was probably Coca-Cola related. Well, Mountain Dew related.
Mountain Dew.
Early on, not now.
No.
Not in the last 15 years.
Oh, dude, Mountain Dew isn't even worth drinking.
No. Back when it had all that natural cane sugar. Yummy.
So he's sleeping in the recliner
Yep.
in the front room,
Sleeping well.
sleeping well. He's doing well. Your pain is doing well
For now.
for now, and you're doing all your exercises and stretching. The doctor really, really, really wants.
So,
that.
like, how many times a day do you have to do?
5 times a day.
Okay, 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good amount.
Yeah.
Yep.
And at 6 weeks, you can start to bear weight again. You
Yeah,
can start
6 weeks I'm back on top.
Yeah.
Do 5 rounds with Rocky Balboa.
No,
Got me, Mick.
probably not that part. So,
One more round.
for the next 6 weeks,
Listen, Rock.
we have extra company in the house all day. So pray for us.
Great. Yeah, right. I'm going back to work in a week, y'all.
No, he's not.
Yes, I am.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
How you gonna climb a ladder on here?
I'm not climbing a ladder.
Mm.
I'm going to say, take me to your ladder and I'll meet your leader later.
Anyway. Yes, I have my hands very, very full. He does not want to comply with any of the doctor's
No.
orders as of yesterday.
Texas mom wants to pretend like she stayed in a Holiday Inn last night. And all of a sudden, she is like some kind of like ER surgeon. You can't do that, and you can't do this, and you need to prop your arm up. And if you don't take this
I
medicine,
followed
You're
all-
gonna die.
huh?
I was trying to
gotta
follow
die.
everything that the nurse told me to do with him, and he was trying to defy me on everything that they asked
I
me
was
to
trying
do
to
with
explain
him.
to Texas mom that I am in charge. And even though she has her own ideas, that in
They
this,
were my ideas.
in this patriarchy that we live in here on Texas Dad World,
I
my
did.
word trumps.
I gave you a little bit
Whatever
of
you
a
say.
little bit of leeway.
Trumped it.
Hey, I've given you a lot of leeway today.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, because I made the doctor. I said, okay, doc, listen, look, straighten her out, okay? Because I don't have to. You know what I mean? Bada boom, bada bing. Rule of thumb. So we did it in the old country, back in Italy. Italy.
He's not Italian.
I'm Sicilian.
He's not Sicilian.
Italy.
And see, my other patient was Matt, and he was a very good patient, and he let me.
Torture.
No, I
But
took good
his-
care of him.
Recovery was like 6 months.
What are you praying for her for? She's fine.
Yeah, his recovery, he had to hold his totally still.
Yeah.
He got his in
I'm
a
not looking
sling
forward to
for
the other
6
thing.
weeks. And
This is a piece of cake compared to.
he had it totally
Phase 2.
immobilized for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
That was rough.
serious, super serious. So, this is
Yeah, this is a different.
a whole
this is
different.
deal.
Yes.
Very different.
You're-
I'm not looking
That's
forward
not
to
like
this.
you don't have an attachment problem where it wants to detach from your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
wants to seize up and become one with your body.
Yeah.
We're like solid.
Yeah, solid
Which would
arm.
be nice if it would just seize up and become one and not hurt.
Yeah,
But it was creating all this issues in my neck and,
and
in
it
my
was going
back
to your right arm.
and in my good shoulder. All the muscles were just
Yeah.
going crazy.
It's been
It was really
8 years of that shoulder.
Yeah, it's been bad.
8 years.
It's been bad.
And there's been lots of times that
There
It's
was
just been-
literally times I'm like, You know, if they cut my arm off and the pain went away, would it be worth like having one arm?
It was really
Like I
bad.
thought about that.
It was really bad. You missed out on a lot. You missed out on some family
Yeah,
trips.
I missed out on. Yeah.
And we went on some family
I
trips.
got out of commission. I've been out of commission a couple times.
With you, but you weren't able to do
Yeah,
anything.
mentally I wasn't there.
You weren't able to
Mentally, I
enjoy
was there. I wasn't
it.
physically
We had to take like a trailer full of equipment with us
Mhm.
just to.
Facilitate
you.
my maladies.
It was really bad.
Just to make him
severely bad.
stay able
Alive.
to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we are really thankful.
I don't want to try to eat this big piece of meat on camera because it's going to be a
Do you
really...
need a knife?
Yeah, or
How about if I get you a knife? You can cut it up.
I can shred it. It's,
I'm gonna eat it like a man.
I'm going to eat it like a caveman.
Caveman. It's a roast.
So
Super
roast
yummy.
is good.
Whoa.
Aw,
Casey
what is
Davis.
that?
You can
Aw,
read
Thank
that
you.
from here?
Yeah, I can read it
That's
from
so
here.
sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Casey Davis gave us a super chat
Yeah.
last time. we were
Yeah,
on.
she did.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
That's so
appreciate it.
sweet. So sweet. We just appreciate you guys praying for us and
Yeah.
that he can continue. We're on day 1 of recovery and he's doing really, really well. So just how long do you have left before you're going back to work full time?
A week.
He's given it a
7
week.
days.
He's gonna give it a week and go back. He's already at work today, by the way.
I was at work. I had to show him what's up.
He was home for less than 30 minutes, and he was talking to like guys at work.
I had to show him what's up.
They were like,
They were like,
"What
"What
do
are you
do?"
doing? Why
Like,
are
what
you here?"
sisters doing? I'm like, I just had major surgery. I'm working. What are you doing? You're sitting here eating lunch.
They're like, "Oh, okay."
They were like, "Shouldn't you be home?" And then your friend was like, "I'll go get your laptop." You're like, "Nah, I'll just go get it myself."
Yeah, I was like, relax. Yeah,
But
God is good.
You're gonna take all 6 weeks, and he's gonna be home with us and
He broke as a
enjoy the doctor's time off that he's given us. It's gonna be so
I'm taking those
nice.
6 weeks off.
Do you
6
get
week
paid
vacation.
6
Rest
weeks
in.
off?
What's
Just
that?
no.
You get paid
No.
I
six
get
weeks
paid nothing.
No.
I'm on commission, y'all. You don't work, you don't eat. It's like biblical. If a man doesn't work, neither shall he eat. That's what commission's all about. That's a real faith. I was the first guy at straight commission at my job, and everybody else when they start, they're very afraid of it, and I get it. You know,
Everybody's praying for me.
I know they should. You need to miss prayer.
He had a breathing thing to inhale, a breathing apparatus.
To exhale, dear.
To inhale,
Inhale.
dear.
To exhale.
To
Inhale.
inhale.
That's an inhale.
It's an
Yeah, you
inhaler.
want me to go
It's to
get it?
take deep breaths.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the nurse said he needs to do this every 2 hours for the first day.
So
And then after that, he can just do it like, randomly. He doesn't have to do it every 2 hours the day after, but so we
Did you
get
talk
home
about-
last night and I
She talked
said,
about the anesthesia. That was fun.
and I said, you have to do this inhaler.
That's so
And
weird.
he argued with me and told me that it was an exhaler. And then he told me that he didn't need anything to teach him how to breathe. And he refused to do it.
And then
I
I
refused
took
to
it.
do it. I did it.
And then I took
He
it,
did
and
it-
then I inhaled instead of
He did it
exhaled,
one
and then
And it worked.
time.
and then it was like, oh yeah.
I
you
said,
inhale.
impress me with it. And he did it one time just to try to impress me that he could take a deep breath. But he didn't want
Everybody's
to do
praying for
that.
Texas mom. Texas mom's sanity. Everybody's like,
And
yeah,
then-
Texas dad should go back to work in a week.
And then today he told me he wasn't taking pain meds anymore.
No. I wanna see what the pain feels like. You gotta embrace the pain.
And the nurse said, do not do that.
The Marines have a saying,
No.
and it's called "Embrace the Suck." All right, and they're like, the worse it is, you just gotta embrace the suck.
If you
You were in the Marines?
if you stop taking pain meds
I wasn't
one
in the
day
Marines,
after
but-
surgery,
People ask you that all the
I
time.
feel like if I was in the Marines, I would do really good.
They ask you,
He's
you
not-
would have done really good.
he's not a Marine.
You would have done really good.
You would have done.
You did do really good for
It's all
8 years.
psychological.
You've endured pain for 8 years.
Oh, I
so
embrace the
now
suck, yo.
you have surgery and you have medication for after surgery, and you
Medication.
should take it.
Mama's like, Texas mom is like stinking
You're right.
pharmacia wizard.
Lisa Rose says,
Here, take your pill. It'll make you feel good, feel good. I watched all those commercials in the 80s.
"We're-
Make you feel good.
This is your brain on drugs.
I'm not trying to get you
And
to
she's like
think
frying an egg. And I'm like, Texas mom, just say no. You can say no, thank you, but just say no. Nancy Reagan taught us, just say no.
Just say
Oh my.
While Reagan's buddy, Bill Clinton, was flying into Mena, Arkansas. There you go. It's a good old boys network. Just say no is propaganda, y'all.
You should have
The
heard
CIA are the biggest drug lords on the planet.
everything he was saying
Yeah,
to
while I was
all
filling
these
them
nurses.
in, they were getting all the documentaries.
They were getting an earful all day yesterday. All day. All day.
Yeah,
He
they were
was-
learning all kind of cool stuff.
He wasn't even totally out of
I was filling them
anesthesia.
in.
Nope.
He was still slurring his words. He wasn't
Yeah, I was
able
feeling
to.
like Joe Brandon now. Hi, Joe Brandon. How y'all doing? Y'all, we're gonna run on battery card, and we ain't gonna
He's
burn no
saying all
gasoline. It's gonna
kinds
be
of
great.
stuff.
It's gonna be awesome. I got hairy legs, and I dropped a rusty razor. Hey, how you doing?
And you were telling her how robots were going to run the world and it's going to be
I was
great.
like, can't you wait till robots run the world? It's gonna
And
be
the
awesome.
poor nurse was just trying to get the
What are you
computer to
talking
work.
I always gotta try to
Getting the
leave
computer to work.
truth bombs
She
and
was
everything.
she was laughing. She
Because
was laughing.
it gets stuck in the back of their head, and they're like, thought that guy was crazy, but he was really preaching the truth. He's like the guy on the crazy
Oh.
Hollywood movies with the sandwich signs written in, like, looks like it's written in human fecal matter. It says,
We're
the
not-
end is nigh.
Oh my
The end is
soul.
nigh.
Okay. How about if we tell
But
them?
there's truth to that. You know? There's a lot of truth to that.
How about if we tell them a different story about your
Oh, somebody loves their Mio mat. If you want a Mio mat, the link's in the description, y'all. The Mio mat is legit.
It is.
And if you want the CREAMi, hey, get me my ice cream.
Uh-oh.
If you want your Ninja CREAMi, the Ninja CREAMi,
Is that linked in this
it's in the description,
of this one?
and it's on sale.
Sweet. Still on sale.
And the Ninja CREAMi is super legit, y'all.
Hey, tell them about
We've gotten a very minimal amount of rain.
Like
Very
in
little.
all,
I know.
it's probably been 3/4 of an inch.
it's rained everywhere else. It was actually
Everywhere
else.
It was
but here.
raining in town today when we had to drive about 45 minutes to go to his
But-
appointment, and it was raining. It's stormy, and there's grass there, and here there is like nothing. It is burnt.
Yeah, the little bit of rain that we did get just evaporated. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can dig. Oh, this will tell you how dry it is. Well, we're getting We're getting actually several animals tomorrow,
Yeah.
Lord willing. So big surprise. But anyway, and we had to build a pen for them yesterday, and we have to finish it up tomorrow. There's like 10 minutes left of work to do on it. And we had to put in like a dozen T-posts or so. So we went out there and we started pounding them in. And they want to go in no farther than half an inch or an inch.
It's such a shame. Even in town, they've gotten rain.
So
North and south of us
yeah,
has gotten
yeah,
rain.
yeah, got quite a bit of rain. And anyway, so I knew when it was that hard, and I pounded on it with the T-post pounder and everything like that. Thank you. I knew if I would have, I've tried it before in several summers past with the tractor and tried to push on it, it'll just sandwich the T-post. So, I took our pressure washer
Yeah.
and I was like, wonder what would happen if I just stuck it right point blank at the ground, and that thing just went straight down a good 2.5 feet. In certain spots it took several minutes, and it would just slowly go down, and then you just put the T-post in there and whack it in.
Yeah.
And then the next day they're like concrete.
Yeah, that is
So-
like the super cool. You guys didn't video any of that.
We didn't.
They
but
never
I
video
need,
any of the cool stuff.
I just need to
them.
demonstrate it.
Yeah, 'cause that's
So.
you're supposed to demo that power washer anyway.
Yep.
And you could have done it, and you wouldn't even have to do any extra work. But
True.
uh-oh, what's James setting up? Oh, is it the animal guy?
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, the other thing that we did this week, totally forgot that we even did this. This was a day before Dad's surgery. We had some good friends of ours, sadly, they had one of their longhorns that they were taking to the butcher shop yesterday. They were going to. And he got his head stuck in one of those gates, you know, that they make brown pens out of and stuff like that. So he got his head stuck in there, and my friend was trying to get his head out and everything, and he couldn't. It was jammed in there, idiot. And he had horns and everything like that. So he left, and he was going to go get a jack to jack it up and everything like that, and so then he could pry it open and let the cow get out of there.
Pecans. This one is.
Can I have some, please?
This is
Alright,
banana,
I'll come get it.
pecans, and chocolate. I could have done without the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Hey, did you make one? Yeah, if you want to make, you can have that one if you want to make mine without chocolate chips.
All right, make Daddy one without chocolate chips, James. So anyway, sadly, my friend forgot about the cow for 20 minutes because he had so many other things going on, and he came back and he saw that he choked himself to death. And I was like,
Probably too hot.
yeah, it was too hot, and he started stressing out, and then he just pulled back and
Panic.
choked himself.
So sad.
So they live about 45 minutes away from here, so he called me, and he's like, I have all the equipment to butcher this cow, but it's been already sitting out for an hour or so. He's like, so of course it's not good for human consumption, but it's still good for dogs and stuff like that. So he's like, have you ever butchered a cow or anything? I'm like, yeah, I've done it. And so he's like, would you not mind if you just ran out here? So we butchered a whole entire cow 2 days ago. And we really refined our process, which it was really good. It went really well. He had everything under the sun to do it, which was kind of cool. We still strung him up in a tree and everything, but it worked. So that's what we did.
You told him that you
That
were
was Wednesday.
butchering the cow for dog food, right?
Yes.
Not for human consumption.
Curly Q said we're at 39.9.
39.9.
We are officially the slowest growing
We are.
YouTube channel.
We are the slowest homestead channel
Yep.
in America
That's okay.
with the longest tenure.
That's okay. That's okay. Because we have really awesome people that watch our channel.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do.
We only cater to awesome people.
Yes, exactly. So we only have 40,000 awesome people.
There's a lot less awesome people are in the world.
Yes.
Just saying.
So the ice cream machine is total win.
Super win.
Yeah.
And this is just literally bananas with some pecans in it.
Oh, he didn't put any coconut in that? No? Oh, that's so
Nope.
cool.
No. Yeah, this was
Oh,
just
I'm gonna
bananas.
like that one. I like banana ice cream. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, did you tell him how nice I was and I bought you something special today while you were at your physical therapy?
Oh, she bought me a hazelnut coffee from Huey's. It was
Yum.
very yummy. Hey, y'all. Texas Boys hazelnut coffee, cold. If you do a cold brew, is like the most incredible coffee on the planet.
Yep. I surprised him because he said we were out this morning. We went to his follow-up appointment with the surgeon, and he said, I really would love to have some cold brew.
Some Texas Boys hazelnut
Texas
cold brew.
Boys cold brew hazelnut coffee. And then when I dropped him off at his physical therapy, I had to run and gas up the car and do a couple things. And I was like,
Kill the
"You know
battery."
what?" And then the battery died
Because
in
batteries
my
are
van.
awesome.
But
I can't
that's
wait
okay.
for robots to run the world
I
and
had-
for batteries to power everything. It's gonna
She-
be so good, y'all.
she turned-
You'll own nothing
yeah.
and be happy.
She turned off the van, but then you know with the vehicles you can like turn it back on halfway and then
Right.
just have the battery on, and then it'll
Just
still
for-
run the AC
it was
unit.
like not even 5 minutes, but my battery is really shot in the van evidently, and I didn't know that. So anyway.
The battery is really shot. They just
My
don't
boys
make batteries to last.
saved the day. I called Matt and was like, hey, I'm sitting here waiting for Daddy to come out of his physical therapy, and he's still in there, and the van is dead. Can you come rescue me? And they came and rescued me, and they got it all jumped and fixed. By the time you came out, it was almost pretty much done.
Yeah. They got her all rigged up. Texas Boys roadside assistance.
Yep.
Aw. Good night, Daddy of 3. And good night to your little ones.
People keep asking us about what documentaries. I recommend all James Corbett's documentaries. So you have
Yep.
World War One, World War Two, how big oil conquered the world.
Yeah.
He's got a Federal Reserve one. He's got the usual suspects, 9/11's usual suspects.
We watch a lot of different documentaries, but here's the thing. I mean, we watch all of the like Edwardian farm, wartime farm. What is that? What is that called? That whole series. They have like Victorian farm. It's the BBC.
Monastery Farm.
We'll try to link it for you maybe somewhere. That is a really great. I don't know that it's a documentary, but it's just a really awesome show. And there was
It's
another.
a historically accurate thing.
Yeah, it was put on by the BBC, and they have like all of the different like Tudor farm, Victorian farm, wartime farm. I'm probably forgetting some Edwardian
I think
farm.
every homesteader's watched those.
They're really
Everybody
cool.
we ever meet, they're like,
They're not documentaries, and we have different shows that we watch that are more like just factual and like and documentaries and different things. But to say them, everyone has different convictions on different things. And if we say something and then somebody watches it and it's like, oh, well, that's really offensive because of whatever.
it was interesting. We were watching
So we filter a lot of our own stuff. Like,
John Weaver has a lot. John Weaver's on Sermon Audio. He's a retired pastor now. He just speaks around the different churches, and he talks an enormous amount about Southern history, Southern character, Southern war generals. He's just got a lot of really good, very well read, reads lots of books, and he's just got a lot of John Weaver on Sermon Audio. If you want to learn any Civil War history, Southern history, he talks about slavery, all different kinds of really interesting topics, and you will quickly learn. He talks about Jesse James. Very interesting information.
and what's his name?
John Weaver.
And you can find him on
Sermon Audio.
Sermon Audio. And my boys listen to John Weaver he does a lot of good historical sermons, and he did one on Valley Forge. I think it was, I don't remember the
really
title, but it was about Valley Forge and it was about Washington, and it was just really, really well done.
He talks, he just did one on the Black Robe Regiment and all that stuff.
Texas Dad just had the most invasive shoulder surgery that you can have done without having a full replacement. So he did not just have a little procedure done. He had a 3-hour tour.
Important question. Are you well off enough to protect yourself from zombies?
Yes.
And that, I would say,
100%.
we have a zombie in the White House.
We have a zombie gun.
So I think we're good. I mean, I think
I would say absolutely we are.
if we can protect ourselves from Zombie Joe, we're set.
Hey, most of Texas can protect itself from
Anything.
most
From Zombie Joe.
things.
From they, them, and those. Well, they haven't done anything yet, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, anything that's
And every time you just go out, you're just so blessed. Like, we are so blessed to live where we live. Like, even when we go to doctor's appointments and follow-up appointments, like this morning, there's just some different people, and we're just like, these are our people. I'll tell you what, like,
rips on.
we're super blessed. This
Texas Dad needs his shoulder sling. Oh, somebody's playing Texas Mom on here.
Uh-oh.
Texas Dad needs his shoulder sling in order for his surgery to take. Tell him, Texas Mom. Tell him what the doctor said.
He does not need his sling.
So now,
His is a
ha!
different.
Take that.
Who's the doctor now?
He is a different. Yeah.
He's different. Yeah. Welcome to my life. There you go. Ta-da! Everybody else needs a sling. I don't need a sling.
He does not need a sling. He has to move his arm
move.
all the time. He needs
Oh,
to
it's
be
great. It feels so
moving
good when I move it.
and stretching and doing. Only thing he cannot do is bear weight.
Bicep. I can't put any
For-
bicep.
About 6 weeks.
You can't flex your bicep.
We haven't gotten any rain yet.
Nope.
Everybody
goes
else has
around
gotten
us.
rain.
Everybody,
Everybody but us.
not a lot, but a good amount.
Some-
Certain areas have gotten a good chunk of
It's
rain.
incredible. Certain areas you go. I mean, it's not far. Like
Can you? It's
10
a
or
white
20
bucket.
minutes.
It's not a dog.
And then
It's a
you're
white
like,
bucket.
there's grass here. Like, this is incredible. There's like crispy, crunchy nothing here.
Yeah, still no rain, y'all. And it keeps it actually did say there was only a 15% chance. We did get a little rain. Got a little rain this morning. It wetted the deck.
Last night we got
Wetted the
a
deck.
little tiny drizzle, but we haven't gotten.
I'll take every
any-
job.
Yes.
Wow, so you had total shoulder replacement,
Huh.
and you were only in a sling for 2 weeks? That's
Wow.
very impressive.
Huh.
Because I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do the total shoulder replacement.
We'll go
I'm
back.
not looking forward
When
to
do you
it.
go back to? the
2 weeks.
Surgeon in 2 weeks. So we'll have more questions for him. That's a good question. How long? Because Matt, yours was, you were in that sling. Well, when you
Deborah,
were,
I didn't get a replacement. I only got a
Yeah.
roto-rooter of the shoulder. So
he-
it's not replaced yet. I
Yeah.
wish. I wish it was going to be
He
this.
only got everything else done.
Yeah, I got
And a bicep.
a bicep tendinosis.
Boom, and everything. I mean, everything was torn.
Yeah, they went in there with the
shredded,
meat grinder and just like
and
tried to clean it up.
a bone spur removed. He just had
A huge
everything
bone
else.
spur. Somebody wants you to do more women's Bible studies. You're going to be doing that whole series on that.
Yes, it's not a Bible study.
Yeah, it's on the book.
It just touches on just the role of womanhood and women, and it's one of my favorite books. So, and I do look forward to sharing some more books with y'all in the future if it goes well and we have enough people watch. I think it's really cool just to have all those conversations because it is very counterculture, and I feel like just by us living our lives and people seeing people live
Counterculture.
counterculturally and just
Observing the masses.
very what was normal culture not that long ago. I think it really does strike a chord with people that are seeking the Lord and seeking truth. I think that when you see truth, you cling to it, you grasp it, you desire it if you're truly seeking the truth.
Teresa ordered the book today, even though she doesn't even have kids.
I think you're gonna love it. This book is not just for people that have kids. I mean, it's written to home educators and things like that, but generally, like, you can take all of those principles in that book and just apply them to homemaking, or just to take those principles and apply them to caring for your husband or caring for grandchildren, or maybe even just being a blessing to like the neighbors' kids when they come over, or extended family. I mean, even if you only had like one opportunity a year, say to open your home up, say it's Thanksgiving or whenever is your special time that you open your home up to your family or friends, to do those things so purposefully, so that it just glorifies the Lord and it just blesses other people. And I don't know, there's just so much to it. Plus there's just a lot of daily routine and life and just ideas. And I think that the book, it does a really great job of not giving like a checklist. Like there's lots of books that are like, here's the schedule.
The 12-point
Here's
checklist.
the checklist. If you do this, 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 and this. If you wake your kids up
The
at
Gothard
7 o'clock every morning,
IBLP
and you
method.
do Bible study with them
Ooh,
at
cookie.
7:30, and if you feed them breakfast at 8 o'clock, and you start homeschool at 9 o'clock, like it's like so
Kill me
regimented.
now.
If you do that, your kids will turn out perfect.
Yeah, there's like all these
It's a
weird.
perfect little step for kids.
That's not what this book is. This book is like about.
Until they're not.
Yeah.
And then it'll be catastrophic.
Yeah.
Catastrophic failure.
There's no like extreme regimen in this book. It's just a lot
Hey,
of
Matt,
grace.
can you get the book? It's
Yeah.
over there. Somebody's
Over there.
asking. I think it's called Biblical Womanhood.
Yeah.
Let's get the name of the book.
Yeah, it's called Mother Culture, but you don't have to be a mom to read the book.
Where's
I
the-
looked for it yesterday and I couldn't find it.
Oh, I have it in my bag because I took it yesterday with me to the. It's in my. I think it's in my pink
I
bag
need a piggy.
because I was reading it while I was there. Yeah,
Piggy
I'm excited to share that with you and share some other
Oh.
books maybe in the future too.
This isn't it.
Oh, Matt brought it to me. It's the Chicken Encyclopedia.
There you go.
If you have not found
You
it,
haven't read the Chicken Encyclopedia.
it's
There
very
you go.
applicable to womanhood.
It's not your pink bag.
It's okay.
Chickens.
It's called Mother Culture, and
It looks like the chicken.
maybe
encyclopedia.
some wonderful person will link it for us. It's
Isn't
by-
it already linked?
It might be linked already.
Can you just type it in? It's called Mother Culture by Karen Andriola.
Okay, culture. by Karen. How do you spell Andreola?
ANDREOLA.
A. There you go. Just like it sounds.
I think it's $20 on
$20
Amazon.
on Amazon.
And you might be able to find it used somewhere else. It's a great book. You'll love it. It'll be one that you you don't have to sit and systematically even read through the whole book. You can kind of pick and choose and skip around, and it'll be one that you'll stick back on your shelf and then you'll grab back later. And
I think it was from yesterday, the video.
it's really cool.
Right? You posted that yesterday.
Yeah, I think that was yesterday's post.
Yeah, Matt posted that video yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. That's a fun little series. We have a couple other series that we want to do too, and
Yes.
maybe.
And I'm going to be off for a week. So there you go. Dude, if I was off for 6 weeks, we would do all kind of series.
How about
We would straighten out the whole world.
who votes
We would fix 'em all.
that Texas
If
dad?
people would watch them, I could just
takes
stay home and do
all
videos
6
and straighten
weeks
everybody
off,
out.
and
I
we'll
could
do-
fix the whole world.
And he'll fix
Sloppy
the
Joe,
whole
Brandon, the whole 9. I'll fix them all.
We'll do nothing but series for 6 weeks. Who votes for
Be
that?
like, are you
Who will watch that?
serious? And then Curly Q Stooge will watch it.
Yeah. He'll be
That's
our
our
number
winner.
one fan.
I'm your number 1 fan.
Oh. So anyway, in other news,
Yep, and no, still didn't take any painkillers. Going strong.
no, he's taken lots of painkillers. He's lying.
Watch this.
He's lying.
It doesn't hurt if I don't move it.
Is it like a searing pain?
No, it's not a
or-
pain.
He's-
It's like I can't move it. But
You
once
just
I
can't
start to
move
move it, it'll move.
You just can't like.
Do you
can't
have to
hold
make
it
those
up?
sound effects?
Well, it's levitating.
No
I'm
way.
using my mind.
That's good, like mind muscle connection right
Mhm.
there. Yeah.
See,
You've
see. But I
never
can just-
been- you've
I can,
never been
I can
like
move
that.
it, but I just got it. You know, it's been frozen for so long. It's weird. It's what's stopping it is just my mind. It's it's because you're guarded against it.
Yep.
But
Yeah, your
Just gotta
brain's
keep
like,
it
up,
moving.
if I go up there, it'll.
Mhm.
That,
Well, they might be looking for someone soon. I don't know.
Found the book on Amazon. All right. Oh man, I got this gigantic. Look at that. Can you see that?
no?
Oh, that feels weird.
What is that?
It's
Whoa.
water.
What?
Can you feel that? It's
No,
from all
I
that
don't.
crazy junk they did in my arm. You
Whoa.
feel that?
What in the world?
It's a water hematoma, y'all.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So what do they
Feels-
got? What do they?
Well, you know
This
they
is like way more than
they-
you bargained for.
they
What the
put a
heck?
bunch of saline in there, man. My arm's been like.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
How's that
yeah,
gonna
they kept
disappear?
pumping it in there.
That's at the bottom
It's
of
gonna
your.
drain. It's all
It'll
just gonna drain.
yeah
Drain out where your fingertips.
drains out my natural body functions where all your dreams drain out, buddy. What is this? A biology boy? A bunch of homeschool kids.
I'm just
Oh
saying.
boy.
It stays in your arm.
Well, for now, but then it's absorbed.
So-
Wow, look at that.
Okay, so let's move on
That
to
feels weird. Well, it doesn't feel like
like
anything.
show and tell.
Like Tom and Jerry.
Surgery show and tell. Okay, James
Did you feel that?
has been working on all of the equipment for the last week. He's fixed a truck.
Well, everything.
I didn't fix it yet.
Well,
Yeah, everything
it's
broke
almost
kind of all at
fixed.
once. Both brush hogs broke, truck broke, side by side broke. That's it.
And they can't video fixing anything, y'all. They just got to do it and not video it.
Like
and then you all don't have to
100
do it.
people would watch.
He's perpetually
that's
working
true.
and fixing things.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think more people would.
he took the whole
I guess
truck
I'm biased.
apart
Yeah,
and reconfigured it again. So anyway,
it's running way, way, way better.
so we've been working
Yeah.
really hard on that. And we do have really exciting news coming up soon.
And
within
if
the
you
next
super
few
chat
weeks.
us like $300, I'll fly here and you can touch
Oh,
the
no,
weird
stop,
water
stop. Okay.
jelly bump on my elbow.
Can you imagine, like, no, you're getting the shoulder replacement done.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Really, like,
I told the doctor, I was like, when you take the bone spur out,
he can't.
can
be
you take it out
60.
in one piece? I'm
and
gonna
have
drill a
that
hole
done.
in it and wear it around my neck like
he
like
did.
a shark tooth.
He said that,
Like a gangster.
and he was like, "No, we
Like
grind it
Homestead.
up and dispose
and
of it."
suck it out.
You
Oh.
have
Like
to drill a
if we wanted
hole
to-
this big.
Yeah, he said if you wanted me to cut it out and give it to you, I'd have to cut a big hole in you. I was like,
He
yeah, it's
said,
not that important. Give me
"Wait."
that. You can suck it out through a tube.
So is that what he does? He just goes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Exactly.
they put adrenaline there.
And then he sucks it out into his
Okay.
mouth.
Spits it out.
You know, like the breathing machine. Look at that! See me breathing, y'all. I don't need no machine to teach me how to breathe, like robots and stinking battery powered. I'm fine. I can breathe. I don't need a machine to teach me how to breathe.
And then he passed.
have you ever seen a movie a long, long time ago when we used to watch movies? No, I watched this when I was a kid. This was Grumpy Old Men. Okay. That
Don't
was-
watch that.
it was-
That's
don't watch
You know what's
that.
funny is like when you
Don't
watch
watch it.
movies as a kid,
But
and you're like,
I
oh yeah,
watched
this was
that.
good. We can watch this with our kids. You're like,
And then you try to
that
put
was
something on.
terrible.
We haven't
Oh,
tried to
so-
put a movie on for a long time.
Oh,
But if
like,
you
what
do
did I
that,
do?
you're
What
like,
did I do?
oh no, this was really horrible. What? Why
Mhm.
I watched this as a kid?
yeah.
But anyway,
It's terrible.
from what I remember of watching that movie, at whatever age I was young, but
Young and influential.
and lost and,
And lost.
yeah, so
Lost as a goose in a snowstorm.
so blind, but it was kind of
I am the living.
being with him yesterday and today is very reminiscent.
She went 6 more weeks of this, y'all. This is like 3D live and living color, surround sound, HD.
Actually, I
Texas
love
Dad.
it. I love it. I love it. I love you. I love you.
Through faith
What did
and
I
grace,
say?
would love to hear your testimony.
Yeah, that would be a fun video. I thought that the other day. I was like, we should do our testimony videos. Video. You could share.
Yeah,
our
we
testimony.
could. Yeah, well, we could.
I mean, that would be a kind of a, that would be a thing all in
Yeah, its
itself.
own video.
Yeah. That would be cool though. We've never really shared our bits and pieces but not our whole thing consistently throughout. So
That would be a long video.
yes, that would be good. That would praise the Lord.
That'd have
That's
to
a
be a
good idea.
video. That'd have to be a series.
Yeah, but yesterday, I could not wait. Well, I didn't tell you this. I told Matt this.
This just in. Breaking
That
news.
so they took him back around a little after 5:30 into surgery, and then
In the morning,
I
y'all.
got to tell you bye and
Mhm.
pray with you, and then they gave me one update. It was probably around like 10 o'clock or so in the morning. They gave me an update and they said surgery's going well. And I said, okay. They said, he's doing good. And I said, okay. And then she said, you can go. I'll give you another update in an hour. And I said, okay. I said, so we can go and get something to eat because I had Sissy with me. So we went and we got something to eat and we came back and an hour went by and an hour and a half went by and 2 hours went by. And I was like, oh boy. And then finally she came out at like, I don't know when it was, like 2.5 hours or something. And she was like, he's still doing well. Everything's going well, but it was a lot more complicated than we expected. And sometimes these surgeries can take up to 3 hours. And I was
And
like,
when you're extra
okay.
special like me.
So then she said, I'll come back out
But it
and
wasn't paying
forget
by the hour.
when and give you an update. And I was just like, okay. And she came back out finally
Doc, you're really milking this.
and gave me one more update. And then finally the doctor came out and I was just like, first of all, the doctors, there was a lot of doctors there and a lot of nurses there and not one doctor, I was there all day long, guys. Not one doctor came out of that door all day long. And when he walked through that door and he
You thought I was dead.
yeah, I thought something really
He's dead.
bad had happened.
He's dead.
Because
Ma'am.
his
He
look
didn't
on his
survive.
face was
Dead, dude.
so
This is some bad news.
disappointed. I'm trying to read his face and I'm like, oh no. Like, I have not seen a doctor walk out of that door all day. And then he's like walking straight over to me and I'm like, oh no. But he sat down and he talked to
Turn
me
for the
for about
west.
5 minutes and explained how complicated and everything it was and
We had to put him under.
all that. So
Obvious.
he said you were starting to,
That's
know,
some
they
weird
were going to
stuff.
have to start to bring you out of anesthesia and all that. But yeah, so I was so happy because that was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and finally I just wanted to kiss your face. Like, I just wanted to go back there. You know, different people were coming and going all day, and I was just like, okay, I've had enough. I want to see you. I don't want to wait any longer. Like, this is making me a little crazy now. Yeah. So,
I'm back, baby.
and then I went back there.
And you're like, wow.
And he
Careful
was
what you wish for.
he was harassing everybody back there. No.
But
You weren't.
it was like the
He-
best 3 hours of sleep.
It was the best 3 hours of sleep I've gotten in the last couple decades.
Yeah.
It's pretty phenomenal. The guy's like, I'm gonna give you the I don't care medicine. I'm like, let's go, baby. And he gives me the whatever it is, the black pharmacia magic. And they wheel me back to the operating room, and I literally like see the lights on the ceiling, and
Yeah.
then that was
You
it.
enter the spaceship.
Yeah.
That's what you kept saying when you were waking up. You were like, I was really sleeping hard.
Yeah.
I
Why
was-
did you wake me up?
You were like, I was really asleep all the way. Like, I was really asleep. Do you remember
Yeah,
saying
you
that?
were.
Do you remember saying that? No. And I was like, well,
I
that's...
woke up when they were doing the nerve block in my neck, and I'm looking at the ultrasound with this super gigantic needle. It's like, nah, I want to go back to sleep.
See, that was the funny thing. They did your nerve block when you were still kind of loopy. They did mine
Yeah.
right before I went in. So I was
Yeah.
totally fully awake.
Yeah.
It was just numb. They numbed my shoulder a little bit, but I had to watch it all.
Yeah. I'm glad you were out of it
Yeah,
when they did
you
Yeah,
wouldn't have
so
liked it.
But you kept,
Yeah.
when you were coming out of anesthesia, you kept saying, I was so asleep. I slept all the way. Like, I slept.
Yep.
And I was like, good, honey, that's what you were supposed to do. And that's what I was telling the nurse. It's like, we wanted you to be all the way asleep. That's good. Do you remember that or no?
Yeah, I do barely
Yeah.
remember that.
Like, you were
I'm just gonna
supposed
play
to
with
be.
my water bubble.
Oh, you're so
Hold on.
gross. Stop it. Oh, okay. He can't be old and have surgery because he might make me crazy. So, yeah. You got to do that sooner
Yeah,
than
pray that
later.
this like last 10 years. I don't think it will. I mean, I think it's, but to
That'd
get
be
shoulder
crazy.
replacement when you're like 46 or 47's kind of young.
It's better young than it is later. You want to get surgeries. You do better.
Normal.
Your recovery is better when you're younger.
Well,
Yeah,
in
that's
the
true.
last 10 years, that was the problem.
No.
The lady.
20.
No,
10 to 20.
15.
Oh, really?
Nobody said 20.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said 10.
Maybe in a couple years it'll be 20. I don't know. Maybe it'll be in a couple years it'll be 30. If it's 30, I'm good.
Thank you for praying. Do y'all homeschool? Yes, we homeschool.
As you can tell.
Homeschooled Matt since forever.
Since inception.
Since he was born.
He was a little baby.
So, yes, praise the Lord. We do homeschool. We did not start out and intend on being homeschoolers, though. So, if you
Nope.
want that story, that would be a funny story.
We kind of told that story.
Yeah,
In bits
in
and
your
pieces.
last video.
Us.
Yeah, we
Story
were not
of us.
like, you know, I mean, nothing against them. We just didn't know any better, y'all. Like, we just didn't
Yeah.
know.
Most people just don't. You know.
Yeah.
So we did not start out and intend on homeschooling.
My mom apologizes for not homeschooling me. They didn't do it back then. It's okay, Ma. I don't blame you. Stop taking it as me condemning you. I'm not condemning you, Mother.
So anyway, you're all up to date. We got a secret animal group of animals
Groups of
coming.
And then we have
tomorrow.
in hopefully 2 more weeks. We have
The
a
big surprise.
2.5 more
we
weeks.
have a
We have
big
super
surprise,
big
and it's not a baby.
triple probation
not a-
surprise. It
Dear
has
me.
nothing
It's
to
not a
do
baby.
with another little
No, it's
Texas
not
boy or
living.
girl.
No, it's
And
not
we don't
this.
have that much money.
No.
We don't have that much money. Babies don't cost that much money.
Nope, they don't. That's a myth.
And they're huge blessings. And the
Yes.
more you have, the cheaper they get because you have
Yeah.
all the stuff. So
Yeah.
you don't
And
need
you have
anything.
more slave labor. Do more things. So. So you get your money out of them.
Just try to fast forward. Sometimes I do this in my mind. I try to fast forward
I bet.
like about 5 or 10 years, and we're sitting around
Oh
as
yeah,
a family.
Carlos wanted to know what was wrong with the truck. That's a good one.
Yeah, tell me what's wrong with the truck. If you knew that, it'd be fixed. Carlos, if you knew what was wrong with the truck, there wouldn't be anything wrong with the truck.
He's in
Carlos.
training to be a mechanic.
The truck was a $2,000 truck off of Craigslist, and it was too good to be true, and it was. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's worth it.
The guy
It's
said
not
it
too
only
good to
needs
be true.
$500 put into it, and it's
No, it needs
just
5,000.
breaking 5,000. So yeah,
Yeah, but it's still we're still
good.
we're still good.
Yeah,
You're
you're
still fine.
you're still in the black.
Yeah,
on it, buddy.
yeah. The Fords,
You're
they're
still in the
worth
black,
quite a
buddy.
while, quite a bit of money.
You're still in the black. buddy.
All right. So they want you to stay home for a few weeks and do lots of
Yeah.
Texas Dad documentaries with me.
Great.
Well, I think it would be good if we could knock out that homeschool series that we wanted to do.
Yeah,
then.
we do have a
Mhm.
That'd be
homeschool
good.
series. That would be really awesome to do that.
Well, that was gonna be pay-per-view.
We're not on pay-per-view, but yeah.
Yeah. Do.
It's because it's from Craigslist or because it was a full.
You shut your mouth.
No.
You shut your mouth,
Hey,
Carlos.
we
Bad
like-
mouthing Fords.
We do like Fords.
No, the whole. I think a lot of it could have all been prevented if the guy would have
Change
just
the oil.
changed the
yeah,
oil
he drove it like a.
And taking care of
and
it.
taking care
He
of
did
it.
take care of it.
He just ran it till it died.
Mm-hmm.
Just drove it into
Literally.
the ground. Drove it into.
And then he just
ground.
barely drove it to Tractor Supply where we met him.
And we
then
just barely drove
it
home.
home.
Destroyed it. His mission in life was to destroy the
Yeah.
truck.
And the truck's frame and engine
Everything
is really
rust
good.
free. It's perfect.
Yeah.
We have the exact same truck, my truck, and it has pretty much literally no issues whatsoever. So,
It's because it was my truck.
but it was because it was your truck, and we put all the
Okay.
miles on it,
Mhm.
Took care of
and
it.
we've taken care of it, and we're not trying to trash the
Mhm.
thing and make it blow up. We changed the oil and everything like that. So, I mean, the oil that came out of it was so thick. And
2004. What year?
Oh,
yeah,
four,
04.
yeah.
So they're
04,
both 04s. So there's
Triton.
Yep. So
Triton,
there's no
yeah,
V8s,
5.4.
all 4-wheel drive.
And they're nice because you can work on them.
Yes.
Yes.
They're
So-
super easy to work on. But
Yeah.
um
Super easy.
yeah.
Somebody wants to change my name to Blade instead of Texas. Hmm.
That'd be a good name for you. That would be a good name for
Yes, that's-
Buddy's son.
That
That's one
was
of our cows, and Buddy is the one that tanned the hide and did all that good stuff.
Mhm.
Buddy loves doing that stuff. Buddy is an artisan.
He's very talented
Mhm.
at all things like bushcraft,
Jiu-jitsu.
all the way through to
Yep.
he's our mountain man. He is our modern
Yeah.
day mountain man, and he's very meticulous and detailed when it comes to like leather working
Yep.
and making knives and all that. I mean, it's beautiful. Some of the things that he makes is woodworking stuff. It's just really beautiful. He does a great job.
He's an artisan.
Yeah, so he wanted this one. This is his first longhorn hide that he's tanned, and he wanted to put it in their little house. And I said, no, that's going in my living room. That's the first one. That's special. So,
yeah, I would like to get an old like F100 from the 60s. That'd be sweet. Have it totally rusted on the outside and then inside. They actually
I'd probably just put a
Remember
brand new motor.
Remember when Toasted Rabbit, she did like a write-up? Remember she sent him questions? And that was back in the day.
that's so
Toasted Rabbit.
funny.
Remember
You
that? That
should
was probably
send
like
that.
5 years ago.
Hey, you should email that.
You
to
should
us.
email that to us, Toasted Rabbit, and we'll link it
That
on our
would be
website.
Really, really cool. To
How neat
have
is that?
Yeah,
And
that
they
would
had
be
like
super
all
cool.
their
That would be cool.
different goals and dreams.
They write down a list of goals, like every year.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have a list this year that you
Yeah.
made,
Uh-huh.
and probably about half of it is already
Yeah,
done.
totally done.
Yeah. So, and there was lots of new and exciting things that y'all are going to find out about in just a couple weeks. That is going to be huge news for
Mhm.
our little homestead here. So hang tight for that, because there's going to be some really, really just blessings that are going to be revealed soon.
Yep.
Yeah, that we're really excited about. So God has been good
We are
to
blessed.
us. God has
We,
been really
we're
good.
blessed people.
Yeah, Carlos. The thing is with vehicles and everything like that, they can make. It's proven that they can make stuff to literally last 100 plus years. That's why with light bulbs and stuff, there's over 100-year-old light bulb that's still in action. I forget where it is, but it still works. And all these new LEDs and everything, they last a good long time. You know, I forget. You know, some of them if they're more high quality, I guess. But those old Edison bulbs, the filaments in them and everything, and how they were made to last forever. The cars back then were made to last a very long time. I forget the word. I forget in what time. Scotty Kilmore talks about it too. But they pretty much design vehicles now to slowly break down. So then you
Buy a new one.
Yep, you got to buy a new one. You got to go to the mechanic shop.
$90,000.
$90,000 vehicles and crazy.
You got to
stuff
buy
like that.
battery powered ones so the
Yep.
batteries can.
I saw
batteries go bad.
a really cool old truck on the way home.
Yeah,
this
I saw that
evening.
one.
You saw that?
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh, is that a potential
Designed obsolescence.
for a
Yes,
bike?
that's what it is. Yep,
Yep.
that's what it. Yep,
Toasted Rabbit nailed it.
yep, that's it. That was the word.
That's
Yep.
like every dishwasher, every washing machine.
That's everything.
Every
Yeah.
Yep, it's all
dryer.
designed to
Designed to break.
Yeah.
designed
And that's
to
what
break.
they
So much
literally
for-
told me.
You know, they talk about all this garbage like Make America Great Again. They have no intention. It's just like the conservatives have no intention of shrinking the beast. You know, they want to have all these conservative laws. They refuse to talk about, let's shrink the Fed. We need to shrink the federal government before we do anything because, ugh.
I was going to say, that's what they told me when I bought my last dishwasher from Lowe's. The guy literally said, if this lasts you 3 to 4 years, that's it. Just divide out the amount that you're paying for the dishwasher.
It's like you're renting
about,
it. You owe
like,
nothing
4
and be happy.
years,
See, they're
and-
setting you up to
And
rent
that's
everything.
pretty much what you're
Yep.
paying because
So that way
at
you'll
that
own nothing
point,
and be happy.
yeah.
Just rent it from Amazon. You'll be
Teresa
all right.
wants to know, how do we deal with the heat and humidity?
Embrace the suck, Teresa. You embrace the suck.
We
We
pay
have
for
an AC unit.
We do have air conditioning in our house, as most Texans do. I will say most.
But you still have to work in the heat.
Still gotta embrace the suck.
You still do have to deal with the heat, and it is like you watch these other people that are in other parts of the
90
of the
degrees
country.
is nothing.
90 degrees.
oh
so
nine-
hot.
90
It's
would be like
90
Oh.
is
enjoyable. I think
Yeah.
it was probably
Once-
how hot
yeah.
was it today?
Today was very nice.
Once it goes
It was like
over
90.
100
It
degrees,
felt
it's
like-
a totally different type of heat.
It's just
like death.
Sweat is
heat.
pouring off of you and
Death
rolling off of you, and it's like
Constant.
an angry
But it's
heat.
very cleansing.
Oh yeah,
Detoxing.
crazy. Oh man, you can.
It's like you're working inside of a
I
sauna.
do. I love the heat, and I
do
love.
too.
I do enjoy the heat.
Oh, I'll
but
take heat
there
all day
is-
long.
Oh,
Freezing.
you live in Wisconsin.
But there is a different level of
Mm-hmm.
heat down here that is so intense that
Yeah, it's like the
is.
surface of
No,
the
this
sun.
year is seriously different, man.
Yeah, this year, yeah.
Hot.
We always have a month or
global
so
warming.
where
We
it's
do,
just
but
100 degrees
man,
or
it's
more.
been hot
That's
this
summer.
year. I mean,
Yeah,
they haven't
this-
chemtrails or nothing.
A month or more? You
Yeah,
mean
I'm
like
just-
3 months?
I'm just praying
Yeah,
for
it's been a couple months, yeah.
a cool
Walking
somehow
home.
like a cool August. Like somehow we'll get like a week of reprieve in August or September.
Yeah,
Like,
today
that's what-
was like all in the 80s.
Yeah, today was
It
nice.
We need to
beautiful.
set like a record this year, like
That
a
was-
month all over 110.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80s is not
The hottest
normal.
day that we were actually working in, we worked a like full, well, not a full day because it was getting pretty hot, but we worked for like, it might have been 6 hours
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah.
But the hottest part of the day was like, it was 1 or 2 o'clock, and it got to at least what the thermometer
That's
there
how
said,
you do it. You just
114.
You know, you can't be dumb about it. That's all.
No,
Yeah.
and you
Water.
got to pound water.
Yeah.
Like you just
drink
got to,
water.
you will pass out.
Yeah.
Like you will.
It's
Period.
just
End of
so-
story.
It's so intense. But we go out in the mornings, like
Yep.
well, me and the kids. We go out
In
in the
the
mornings
evening.
and then we
Yep.
work late into the evening sometimes.
Very late.
And that's just the best thing to do. Poor Texas dad, he just has to endure it all day long. But you're gonna pay for your freedom. I think I said this before. Like, you're gonna either pay and freeze
And cold,
your
yeah.
tail off. And
Yeah, and if I was in Wisconsin, I would move to Alaska. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna be, if you like the cold,
100%.
move to Alaska.
Yep.
or Idaho.
What in the world?
Or Idaho.
Thank you.
Yeah, how sweet.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
So
Wow.
sweet. Thanks, Deborah. That is really
That's
sweet.
very kind
That
of
was
you.
very sweet.
That is completely unnecessary, but thank
Yeah.
you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Aw, I want to send her something now. I
What can
feel-
we send
I-
you from our
yes.
store?
Hey, email us.
Deborah, send us an email
Yeah,
and
we gotta send
check out
something.
our check out TheTexasBoys.com and pick something
Yeah,
or a
pick
couple
something out.
things or
Yeah.
pick out the fair dollar amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was going to live somewhere cold, I would totally move to Alaska
Yeah,
because
you actually live.
and I would start my own little gold mine and everything. I would do everything that I can in the cold. I would fish, ice fish. I would do everything.
Right. Just
Snowmobiles,
like the freest
everything.
State. I mean, even Idaho is a freer
Yeah,
state.
but I would just want to live in Alaska.
But
I
Alaska
was-
has.
Go all in.
All
Re-
extreme. It's either.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying that anybody obeys them, but Alaska does have pretty strict laws on some of that.
Yeah.
On certain stuff, but that's
If
the
you
thing.
live up
If
there-
you live up there and you're not on a TV show, I
No one
think they
can.
get away with a lot.
Yeah, and to get
A
away
lot.
with everything.
I
Pretty
don't
much
think that
everything.
when you're out in like the middle of nowhere where there's
Literally.
like two
Who's
people.
checking
And a
on
plane
you?
might fly over your house like
Nobody's
twice a
checking.
year.
Yeah.
No,
But
I don't. I think
we
you can do whatever you
chose
want.
to pay for our freedom in heat and
Yeah.
sweat.
In BTUs.
So, I mean, it's all just however you choose to pay for your freedom.
We lost a couple of our younger chickens, and I do think it was because of the heat.
Yeah.
The older chickens were being mean to them, and they sat on them in the nest boxes. But
James, do you have an air-conditioned shop to work in? They want to know.
My little shop is air conditioned.
It does, but we don't.
But we don't use it.
No.
We don't. It's on a concrete slab and it's
Yeah,
butted right up
and it's
against this
insulated.
house. And it's spray foam, so it doesn't get hot in there.
Right. But there have been times, if you're cleaning it out,
Yeah.
you would turn on the
We
air
might have
condition.
turned it on like once this year.
wow.
Yeah.
It was 108 on our mom's shaded porch last Sunday. We got rain today, and it dropped to 73.
Yeah.
Wow, that is.
Where is it?
When it rained in town, it was nice and cool. It felt beautiful.
Probably gonna need to end up getting like a swamp cooler for the big shop or something.
Yeah, we'll have to do something.
Yeah, I don't know.
something
Something,
that's
some
energy
big
efficient.
fans or something.
Yeah.
Cause.
Yeah, we wouldn't. I mean, we just appreciate people that live in Alaska and the whole lifestyle up there and all of
Yes.
that. And there
Yeah.
is a lot of, there's a lot of similarities, not in climate, obviously, but in Texans' mentality of freedom and privacy and
Yeah.
private property and self-reliance and all of
Yes.
those things are similar. Texans.
Self-reliance is like, I just want to be left alone. Like, I'll be,
Yep.
you know what? I'll blaze my own trail. We'll make
Yeah.
our own way. We don't need any help from, we need help from our community and from our friends and from our family. We
Yeah.
want a community, but we just don't want any government intervention. That's
Yeah.
all. We don't want the government to tell us to do anything, to not tell us to do anything. We want the government to go away. Like, you can reward the good people and punish the wicked, but other than that, go away, disappear, leave us alone. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to pay you. We don't want to be, we don't want to, one point in time, we threw a bunch of tea in the water, y'all. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful. Like, when we do go out and about, it's just, I mean, just like the surgeon, the young doctor that came in today. I mean, it was just a blessing. And then like
We
your
like simple living Alaska too.
your PT
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
guy that you
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
today. I mean, it's so funny. He gets in his big old truck. He was leaving at the same time we were.
Yeah, I was cracking on electric vehicles, and he was like, "Yeah, that's why I did the opposite." And he literally had the biggest,
Yep.
700 horsepower Dodge Ram or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 900.
He has the most powerful truck in the world right now.
Yeah.
And he got in it.
is.
He was
It's
like,
the
yeah.
fastest and most
He
powerful.
was like,
production truck.
whatever they say, I just do the opposite of it.
I was
And
like,
I was like,
"You're
that's
the man."
pretty great. I mean, if they're trying to sell you battery power and all this nonsense and electric, it's probably good advice to
Do
do
the
the
opposite.
opposite.
It's so fascinating, you know, the whites, they live in Rhode Island, and Rhode Island was literally the birthplace of freedom as we understand it in America. Like the liberty of conscience
Yes.
and Roger Williams and Dr. Clark in Rhode Island literally created the freest state in America, and it is the biggest blue mud puddle on the planet, and I would run from that place like it was on fire.
Yeah,
'Cause it is.
Anywhere on the East Coast is, I mean, it's difficult.
Or West
Coast.
I don't know. I think I should be massaging my water bump.
Oh,
It
it's
just
so
feels
gross.
weird.
I don't.
I think it'll help the fluid release.
Oh my.
Ugh, because you
Okay. What are we doing?
Rip likes Simple Living Alaska. We like
Yes.
Simple Living.
Yeah.
Sissy was watching Simple Living Alaska today.
Yeah.
I was like, you like this?
The vegetables that they grow
incredible.
are
It's incredible.
incredible.
It's outstanding.
It's so neat.
It's definitely cold. I mean, it's cold.
Yeah, it's just not
It's
my
cold.
thing. Cold is not my thing.
Nope.
I can take the heat, and look, you just take a break in the
Yeah.
afternoon at 2:00. You take
Chill
a break.
out.
You chill for a couple hours,
Yeah.
and then you go back outside.
Go back out.
I mean, the summer is just our time to kind of really kick it down.
Yeah.
Like
The summer is like our winter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
June, July,
what it
August, a little bit of September is like you're going to kick it down a notch. You have no option. It's just like if you lived in a cold climate,
Yeah.
you would have
Yeah,
to
it's like
kick
when
it
they're
back.
frozen inside and they're just inside. Cause
Yeah.
that's what you do.
It's
So we
just
have
so
like
nice.
max to the gills 3 months of heat, but mainly like really 2 real bad hot months.
Intense heat.
And then maybe out of the winter, maybe 1 month of cold. So in all 3 to 4 months, that it's pretty intense.
And the cold.
It's crazy
month and years
intense.
of that.
yeah, the cold months aren't normally that bad. Last
get-
winter was pretty
yeah,
bad.
and it was just because you'll get a
Yeah.
short
Yeah, that was
period that's
Well,
really cold, like
yeah.
a week or
that
two.
was out about.
And I
100
always
years.
say that
So-
we should have moved further south. We should have kept driving. And going
No, I'm glad we
It gets so
didn't.
dry.
I'm glad we didn't
Should've gone
because
all the
we
way.
would
It's
be
so
hating
dry.
our life right now.
Teresa said,
It's crazy
do
dry.
I plan on making half aprons? I don't make the aprons, Teresa.
But you are going to be getting skirts back in stock.
Really?
Yes, they are just
Oh,
things that are my favorites, and I find resources, and then I just buy in bulk batches and resell them to just pass on like some of my favorite things to other people. So that's
Yeah.
just what we do, and it's just a blessing to the kids. All
Yeah.
of the money from the website and the channel goes
Yeah.
to the kids.
And if you've ordered anything, it's kind of slowed down here, of course, because of the dad's shoulder stuff, and we had the babysit for quite a while. So we'll try to ship. We'll definitely be shipping out some stuff this coming week. We shipped out over 25 packages
Yes.
last week.
It's really picked up.
Oh,
quite a
it's
bit.
everything.
Yeah. Now we
Yeah.
have a new mushroom shop.
Yeah.
I guess we should have said this at the beginning.
Probably.
But but I will look into half aprons. That's something that I haven't really looked into, but I'm interested. I was checking out some aprons even this evening, looking at some different things to add and in the shop. So if I can find some, here's the thing. I have to really, really love it.
Yep.
And it has to be something that I would wear and that I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I love this and I'm going to wear it too. And then I feel good about
Yep.
putting it in the shop. I don't feel good about just
Selling
stuff
everything
that
and anything.
I wouldn't wear or I wouldn't drink
Yeah.
or whatever. We don't just like,
Yeah, that's why like a lot of the products that we promote, I mean, literally 90% or pretty much all of them that we promote, we use very, very often. And we test them out pretty well. And if they break within a 1 or 2 week period, we're like, well, we're not making a video on them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's
So,
a lot of
We
products.
get sent
We
tracks
get-
all the
we
time,
get-
and we run it, and if it's junk, you
It's
never
junk.
think about it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
found some really pretty skirts this past week that I'm excited about, and I'm really considering stocking up on them and adding them to the shop because I'm really excited about them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting this
That'll be
fall because we had a load of growth this spring on the elderberry, but then with all of this drought, it's real on certain sections of the elderberry. It's
I hope
it's
we can have
been
viable
singeing them really quickly. And the weird thing too with the drought and everything, it's messing with the berries on there. So they'll be like, there's like 50-50 on one head. They'll be like
half ripe and
half ripe,
not.
and then some will be green, and then some will be kind of like shriveled up, and they didn't have enough water.
We have harvested a lot of
Yeah,
Good
elderberries
amounts
this year. A lot.
Yeah.
And we just been freezing them in big gallon-sized freezer bags and putting them in the freezer. So I'm just planning on not dehydrating them this year and just adding them to our smoothies.
Yeah, we still have a lot of elderberry syrup from
And
two
skirts
years
for
ago.
church. Well, I might have some skirts coming up really soon. I'm really excited about it. And we also have a whole summer line of soaps that I need to get inventoried and get them on the website too.
Yep.
But it's just been busy and I need to do it. I just really need to do it. And we've been using them too. Like we use all of our soaps.
Oh yeah.
We use
Yeah.
our honey, we use our
And
soaps.
hopefully
So it's like
you get it before we do.
yeah, hopefully there's soap
Yep.
left. But no, there's plenty of
Yeah.
soap. I have to take pictures and just put it all on the website. But yeah, skirts are coming. I have a couple different styles and things, and they're going to be 100% cotton this time around.
Okay.
So, I just like cotton for durability purposes. I just feel like, it's just a more durable fabric.
Yeah.
So, and I think they're going to be all elastic waistband this time. So that will help a lot with
Carlos bought a
sizing.
Nesco canner. Texas mom. That's amazing that.
Oh.
Wow, thank you, Teresa. What in the
Oh,
world
so
are you
sweet.
doing tonight? Thank you.
Everybody's so sweet.
How did you find a Nesco canner, Carlos? Man, those things have been like coelacanth
Yeah. Did you find it on Amazon? I love my
Teresa, send us an email. We need to
Yes.
send you something
We'll send you something.
from the
Didn't she want a skirt?
website.
Or no?
Well, she
Okay.
does want a skirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll send you a skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Or a couple.
Yeah, I do still have a couple skirts, but shh, don't tell anybody. They're not on the website, but I have a couple skirts.
We're we haven't decided on anything solar yet. There's something really big in the works that might involve that, and it's really big,
Really big.
but it's not.
It's
The
massive.
really big part is not solar related,
No.
but it could be incorporated
Huge.
into something.
Massive.
Yeah, our
Big
plan
league.
was
Big
solar, but then the Lord did something else this
Which
year.
is way better than solar.
Which is really exciting. So
Mhm.
Way, way,
stay
way better
tuned
than
for
solar.
all of that. We're excited about it.
If
Yeah.
they made a solar system that they like could like come out and say that it will last forever and you'll never have to replace the batteries or anything, probably buy it. But like you're gonna invest all this money and then it's like, yeah, it'll last you 10 years and then you'll have to buy it all again. Oh, cool.
It's funny you say solar system.
Check that out. Teresa lives in the county of
That's
Wisconsin
what
where
it
both
is. It's a solar
Nesco's
system.
and All American canners are made.
Oh, that's
See,
so
Carlos
cool.
said he went to all these because Texas mom tried to buy another Nesco canner off of one of these said websites. She ordered it and never got it.
And I don't know if I
Paid him for it.
I don't know if I paid them for it or got my money back either. It was
did we
it
get a
was
home
weird.
nuclear reactor?
Yeah.
Not yet. I would
no,
love.
Like a
our
little
surprise
bit of
doesn't have
that.
to do with energy.
Yeah,
so
unfortunately,
there you go.
You
We're
didn't
not
hit
energy
gas.
independent. That's not
Yes.
the really.
No, we
big-
didn't hit
Yeah.
We're
oil.
gonna get a gas well.
Yeah.
No,
But
no
it's
gas.
funny.
That'd be awesome.
Oh,
The thing that happened this year really took us by surprise, and we're really excited about it. And no, it's not a baby, so y'all gotta
Yeah.
stop.
Nugget.
Don't think
And it
that.
involves, we can't tell you because it involves stuff that's not quite in our control. So we just got to make sure that everything goes
Yeah.
according to the schedule.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let us know. All right, Curly Q. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks for praying. I'm feeling it. I was telling you, when I was in the getting ready to go into surgery. You know, having never been cut on or knocked out or anything, I was like, wow, I knew I had a lot of people praying for me. I was like, I really, and I'm not like, you know, one of those feely type people, but I'm like, I really feel peace, you know.
Yeah.
That was good.
You did have a lot of people praying for you.
Yeah, I had a lot of people praying for me.
Yes, you did. You sure did. So,
Yeah.
and we're all super thankful that
Yeah.
there was no complications and he's healing up well and he's doing really good and that he's taking a few weeks off.
1 week off.
Rest and recuperate and make lots of Texas Dad homemade documentaries just for YouTube.
Just for all the peoples out there that just can't get enough of Texas Dad.
All 500.
We don't have an EMP
All
shield.
500 of you.
Or a Faraday cage. But we should.
A reason?
I can't get over how much static electricity jumps off of my sheets at night. It's like a laser light show in there when I'm always tossing and turning. And it's like,
What?
You know, that's
The
funny
fuzzy
because last
blankets.
night, like, I
did
was.
you ever notice it?
Huh?
I
no,
notice it all
but
the time. I'm like, what was that? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's like static electricity. I think I need to sleep on a grounding mat, like Silly Wabbit. Whatever happened to you, Silly Wabbit? He doesn't call me or text me anymore.
That's never happened to me.
I think you.
Really?
Oh,
Never.
No.
you never
Dude.
seen that?
Sketch. I don't know what it is, but it's like you're sleeping in this thing and it's like zapping you, and you can watch the electricity,
It's so weird.
and it like
'cause
lights up, and you'll see it zap you.
it-
Yeah, you've never.
But
had
it
that
doesn't
happen?
hurt you. It's so weird.
You have cotton sheets.
Yeah, and they're super
And
electricity. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I need to sleep on a
I don't know.
I don't
grounding
know.
mat.
I don't know. Man.
That's-
Although Carlos said, is it like 50 acres?
No, don't.
No, it's
No.
not
Carlos,
50
don't
acres.
blow it, Carlos.
It's not 50 acres.
It's not 50 acres.
No, it's not 50.
Don't,
But
don't. We gotta get him off of here. He's gonna ruin.
Yeah,
a
block
whole
that guy.
surprise.
Who's that?
No, we
Bad
gotta get
guy.
him
He's
off
a bad
of here.
guy. Corn pop.
Come on, say goodnight.
Corn pop.
Say
Bad
good
guy.
Say
It's a
good
bad
night, Johnny.
dude.
Yeah, like the lightning storm. Come on, Ryan, give us a lightning storm with some rain.
Yes, you need
With some
more
rain,
than
buddy.
one
Yeah.
week off. Yes, Deborah, he does. He's taking 6 weeks, the doctor said, to heal. And before
No,
he
6
can
weeks
bear any
before I can do
weight.
coils like Arnold. I can get all pumped up.
6 weeks before he can handle more
can't
than
curl
one
for
cup
my
of
Wonder,
family.
coffee.
wonder if your dream will come true and you'll just be like the world's strongest man.
You're not.
Just set a world record for like the.
Say goodnight, Johnny.
Good night, Johnny.
Okay.
See, you get shocked. The whites. Do you get shocked in the sheets? Just watch like static electricity fly all over the sheets.
Okay. Come on.
Texas mom is always too sleepy. She's not observant.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm always observing.
I'm sleeping. when
That's
I'm in
because
bed.
you haven't
I've
slept
never
good
slept.
in like years.
That's true.
So you're just sitting
I just,
there like.
I just splash the
staring
sheets
at
around
your
to have a laser light show.
rubbing the sheets together until they make static.
How big can I shock myself?
You're like kids in grade
This feels
school when
great.
they like rub their sneakers on the
It's
floor
like
to
MK
try
Ultra
to
experiment.
get 'em
in there.
to shock
Trying to
each
brainwash
other.
myself to feel better.
But now you feel great. So.
I feel happy. I feel healthy. I feel terrific.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Good night.
See you on the next video.
Oh, the beans have smelled. Say good night.
All right. Good night. Good night, y'all. Thanks for hanging.
Yeah, night.
Good
Thanks
night.
for all the super chats, y'all.
Yeah, thank you,
Oh,
thank you,
y'all
thank
are
you.
so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
blessing.
You. That's blessing.